What's up, everyone? It's Tuesday night, so you know what that means. Shoe Booty Sports coming at you. It's actually Tuesday night. It's night. We're starting a little later than usual. I had to get my yard done because I'm going out of town this weekend, so I had to knock it out. But it's getting darker earlier. It's that time of year. 7 o'clock, it's dark out now, which I love, by the way, to an extent. I don't like the 6 p.m. dark, but the 7 p.m. dark I'm okay with if we get fall weather in October. I'm down with that. But anyway, this isn't a weather show. This is a sports show most of the time, anyway. I'm Grandpa on this screen. That's Bradley Brown on the other side. What's up, Bradley?
How's it going? Weather's looking pretty nice up here, by the way.
It's decent here. It's been good. It's been hot some during the day, but it's been nice in the evening. I think we're supposed to get some pretty intense storms this weekend, though, apparently. What are you laughing at? Are you still laughing at the list?
Um, I'm I'm laughing that you're still talking weather. Um,
Oh, okay, well there you go. Okay, maybe we're a weather podcast now. I don't know. Anyway, before we get going, and we might talk sports or weather, who knows? Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor. Shoe Booty Sports is presented by Rhino Races. Rhino Races is a virtual race series that offers five different races: a 5K, 10K, half marathon, a marathon, and the one of a kind Rhino Ultra. You can sign up for one or all five of their races at rhinoraces.com. Run your race at your convenience, track it with the fitness app of choice, screenshot your results as proof of completion, submit that screenshot to rhinoraces.com under the submit results section. Once your results are verified by Rhino Races staff, your award will be shipped to you by mail. Also, check out their gear section while you're there for t shirts, wristbands, decals, and more. That's rhinoraces.com. Rhino Races is the premier virtual running series. You can find us, Shoe Booty Sports, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on X at Shoe Booty Sports. Okay, what do we want to start with? It's that perfect time of year for one, great weather. Two, you pretty much got everything going on right now, sports wise. We
yep.
have playoff baseball. We're in the league championship series at this point. Dodgers and Brewers are playing right now, game two. Uh, you're you're well into football season. Basketball tips off. Regular season NBA starts a week from tonight. Next Tuesday night, October 21st. And hockey has started. The NHL season is underway. There are three games at
Oh, yeah.
three, four, I think four games into that now. So perfect time of year for great weather, horror movies, and sports. And I mean, it's just the best time of year. October is my favorite month. It's not close, and sports is part of the reason why. So, what do we want to start with?
I'll start with the big news over the weekend. Big programs firing some people. Penn State
Yeah,
getting rid of their
James.
head coach.
Number two, preseason ranking. Yeah, I could have argued they should have been number one in the preseason.
I think he
In
did
fact,
argue.
I would say that would have been my preseason number one. Penn State. And man, did they fall hard. This was their third loss in a row, is that right?
Yeah. Third loss in a row. The last two, they were double digit favorites in those games. Like over 20-point favorites in both of those games, and they dropped them.
The
Yeah,
Northwestern they lost to Saturday.
was yeah. It was some
Okay.
school with a direction in their name, two different directions. So
All right. Yeah, two different directions, nothing but directions in the name.
yeah,
That's never good when you lose to a program that sounds like it's just directions, or it's a 90s, it's an early to mid 90s like like team from a movie. Does that make sense? Like Blue Chips with Nick Nolte and Shaq. I think Penny Hardaway might have been in it too. They were the Western University Dolphins, just Western. Didn't say, I don't think they said where they were from. Just the Western University Dolphins. But yeah, Northwestern. It's a good school, good journalism school. If I mean, even though that's not really a thing anymore. Um, but yeah, supposedly a good, there's a good school from what I hear. In Chicago, pretty cool place. Which Chicago Marathon was Sunday. Still the only world marathon major I've ever done, but just worth noting. But yeah, James Franklin out at Penn State after what was really a great run at Penn State. Just really went south in a hurry this season. What happened?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they hired Chad Morris for their offensive coordinator position. I'm not sure what happened. They just, yeah, I don't know. Because what was their last big game that they dropped? Was it against Ohio State?
maybe. I
Maybe.
couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It looked like yeah, looked like a whole bunch of quit out there, like what we seen from the Razorbacks a couple of weeks ago. Uh, yeah, I was pretty shocked. But now I'm not shocked that they're just cutting him loose though. Especially after all the uproars and everything that you've seen after the two games with the fans calling to fire him and everything else. And Penn State's going to listen. So, yeah, I don't even know what his buyout is. Do you know? It's something pretty big, pretty significant.
I'm sure it's big. I mean, he had it. This is the only. I mean, it's ended poorly at times for Penn State. He didn't do well in the big games, like against the top ranked opponents. I think he has a winless record against top five teams, but I mean, who's got a winning record against top five teams? Nick Saban, maybe. You know,
A
that's a weird
104
stat.
and 45 record in 15 years. But he was 4 and 21 against the top 10. So,
Hang on, he's been at Penn State for 15 years.
I believe that's what it. Oh, 12, 12,
I
12.
was gonna say Bill O'Brien was there in
Yeah.
2011. I was like,
It's like 15 don't sound right.
I
So,
say the math isn't mathing there. Plus, that's just sounds like that's a really long time for a coaching tenure.
yeah.
Still, 12 years is a long time. Good. It's a good run. I'd say it's a long time at Penn State. But of course, Joe Pa was there forever.
Yeah. Feels like yesterday he was leaving Vandy, though, to go take the Penn State job.
Yeah, and I don't know. For the most part, it was a pretty good run at Penn State, and it just man, it went south in a hurry. The wheels came off. Something happened, and just the wheels came off. And I heard something like the quarterback is it or I can't remember the guy's name. Good quarterback for Penn State. Something with an A, Aller or something. Uh, I heard something that he's not gonna. He's done. I don't know why. I could be off on that. It could be just something I heard on the radio. I don't know. But
No.
either way, it's a weird situation at Penn State.
Yeah. Well, must be something pretty good in the water up there because I'm looking at their top five head coach wish list. And yeah, it's ridiculous. The top number one guy is the guy who just freaking beat Oregon this past weekend, Signetti. Then we got Matt Rule. Of course, Matt Rule's already shut those rumors down. And then you have Lane Kiffin. Yeah, like that's going to happen. And then you got Drinkwitz there at number four. And closing out, Jeff Brom.
Where is Jeff Brom right
He's at Louisville.
Okay. Yeah, I should have known that.
Yeah.
Former four.
Four out of those five. No way.
And Brom's a Louisville guy. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they got a gas leak up there. Not sure.
uh well let's look at that list for a minute. I mean, a couple of years ago that would have made sense to go after the Indiana coach, but I can't definitively say right now in 2025 that Penn
He
State
ain't going anywhere.
is a better job than the Indiana job. Just
Oh, there's going to be people out there that say because of the history and everything else, it's a much better job. But man, at some point, you got to let history be history, right?
I'm gonna say in 2025, right now Indiana's looking pretty good. I mean, This is proving that last year wasn't a fluke.
Yeah.
And that coach, I don't know if you've seen much of his interview clips, but I've seen a lot of his interview compilation clips on TikTok and just social media. Dude's a boss. Dude's a rock star coach in the making, if he's not already. I mean, an absolute boss. Uh, he's a star. He's a. You need a star head coach in college, and he's that. He's got star power. I don't know if he's there yet, but he's going to get there because of who he is, and just the fact that he wins. Like he said, he says this. He goes, "I win," or "I just win," and then pause. Google me.
Yeah, Google me. Yeah, dude, that was pretty good.
Yeah, he wins everywhere he's been. And I mean, Indiana was never anything at football, and I didn't take them seriously last year when they were 10-0. And
Yeah, because they're Indiana.
yeah, but I mean, here they are again. At a certain point, you got to put some respect on their name.
After you go into Oregon's house and beat them pretty good, I'd say you get some respect.
And the other names, Drinkowitz isn't
He
a
ain't going anywhere. He's
he
got
isn't.
extended.
Yeah, and he's not a
So
northeastern U.S. guy. He's an Arkansas guy.
yeah,
So he's going to be fine at Missouri. He's established something that works at Missouri. Same with Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin and Eli Drinkowitz have figured it out. They are what Arkansas should strive to be.
hey,
The
Arkansas had a chance to hire both them guys.
Yeah, well, let's not get into that. I mean, it's we know, okay, we know,
So,
but the,
ah,
Ole Miss and Missouri have football programs that Arkansas should want to strive for right now, and
definitely.
had the last 2 years of Bobby Petrino, but that last year was 2011. Here we are in 2025. Speaking of Bobby P, was the had his first game as head coach of the Hogs since 2011 on Saturday in Knoxville, and it was a high scoring game. It didn't. I don't know.
It didn't get the over. It was
It,
close.
it was a weird game. Uh,
Yes, it was.
and it looked like Tennessee was going to run away with it in the second half, and Arkansas did not quit. And all I wanted to see,
Biggest story, yeah.
yeah,
Do not
I
quit.
I wanted to see. Of course, I wanted to see Arkansas win, but I knew.
Yes.
I mean,
We
Tennessee
live in
was the better
reality
team.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee was the better team. I mean, they were. You could just look at it and tell that's the better football team.
You could tell whenever they turned it on.
Yeah,
So
there you go. But I just wanted to see Arkansas fight. I wanted to see them compete, and just compete till the end. They did that, and that was the stereotypical or just textbook definition of moral victory.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's compared to what they were 2 weeks ago. To at least see some fight in this team, it's like okay, yeah, it's. I wanted to see them win, of course, but they
It
didn't.
it
But
it definitely felt different than the other two one loss or one possession losses.
yeah, that's true because there was hope. It was Arkansas was turning it on late. Like they figured it out in the second half
Made
after they
adjustments.
well as Bobby Petrino. I love that Bobby Petrino owned it in the press in the post game presser. He said we wanted to run the football. We did that in the first half. They made adjustments in the second half, but I was stubborn. I mean, he said it. He said I was stubborn. I wanted to stick to the run, but they finally did change it up and just let Talon air it out more, and that's when they found success. It just came late, but I love that Petrino owned it. Uh, this clearly is a different cat in his. Now he's on his best behavior. because he really wants this job, and to date he's doing all he can, or at this point he's done all he can to make a case for himself. Of course, we're only one game in, but man, that's quite the improvement in 2 weeks on both sides of the ball. Really, just a full team effort. I liked
Yeah.
what I saw Saturday in Knoxville. Would have loved to have seen them win, but it's what it is. Um, is there a number as far as wins that you think Petrino has to get to get the job?
3.
I heard Trey Biddy say 5. Well, no, he said 4 probably, but 5 it's definitely his. They're not winning 5 games. Now there were 7 games remaining when he said that. I was like, man, he's got to win 5 of 7 with that schedule. I was
So
like,
he's got
that's
to beat the original projection of the season to keep the
yeah.
job.
I was like, that's not going to happen.
No.
He wasn't saying that he had to do it. He was saying if he gets 5, it's definitely his. 4, it's probably his. You're not going to win 5, not with that schedule. I
No.
thought Tennessee would have been the more realistic ones that you could get. And Arkansas had chances. I mean, they had chances to actually win the game. The Braylon Russell fumble was killer. Um,
Taylor Green fumble, killer.
yeah,
No.
just mistakes were made, and it happens in a football game.
That's the thing. We turned the ball over 3 freaking times and still made it close.
Yeah, I think 3 is a good number. I think I'm going to take it down a notch. I'm just going to go down a notch from what Trey Biddy said. I'm going to say 4 wins, 4 of these next 7. It's probably his.
What if he?
Well, that's kind of what he said too. Now that
Yeah.
I say that back,
He
but I think
the
4
only
is a
games
lot more
don't.
realistic. If or that I think 4 is the high end that you're going to get. You're not going to get more than that.
Yeah. So okay. So what if the 3 games that we won were Texas, Mississippi State, and Missouri? Turned it on at the end. Turned it off at the end of the season and won.
It's gonna look really good. It's gonna look really good on his resume. I'm not gonna say he's got a really good shot. I think if he wins 4, he's got to be considered the favorite. If he wins 3, he's got as good of a case as anybody.
He wins 3. They 2 of them. Well, I mean, yeah, 2 of them have got to be big wins. I mean, but there's no other options. They're going to have to be big wins other than Mississippi State and what Auburn. We might have. I don't even know if I go as far as Auburn, but yeah. So one
If you're
game on the horizon, maybe.
if you're gonna win one of those, if you're gonna win some of those, uh, yeah, Mississippi State's one. I would put Auburn there. I would put LSU in there.
It would be hilarious if we won this weekend.
I say, what if it's A&M? That's the one that they
Just
win.
shut down their undefeated season.
Well, hey, Petrino at Arkansas, I think was 3-0 against A&M, and then
I don't know about that. I'd have to.
I think that's right. You might want to check, but I think that's correct. I think Petrino was 3-0 against A&M while at Arkansas, and then he got fired, and then it was all A&M after that. I mean, Arkansas has beaten them once since then, since 2011.
It ain't been 2 times. I only remember one.
Yeah, I think it's just once. I think that's correct though. I think Petrino's 3-0 against Texas A&M. Why as the Arkansas head coach? So there is a story there if it happens. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying there's a story there if there's something to it. If it does happen. I think you're right. I'm not gonna I think it's If he gets 3 of these next 6, he's got as good of a shot as anyone. But now you're hearing James Franklin being mentioned with the Arkansas job.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, I heard it today. My buddy from work texted me and said, uh, he said, yeah, Bobby P or James Franklin, I'd be cool with that. And I'm thinking, I don't know about that. I mean, Franklin's a winner. I mean, you wouldn't be mad about that, would you? It didn't
No,
end
but him
well at Penn
him
State.
dropping those yeah, him dropping those last 3 games, yeah. Not really make me warm and tingly about it.
No, I mean, but the guy won at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Guy won at I mean, he won at Penn State, except for this year. I mean, maybe he can recruit better in the South. I don't know. If he won at Vanderbilt, he can win at Arkansas.
I would hope so.
But is that the top guy I want right now? No. But should he be considered? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we'll get there eventually. Pardon me. Okay. What else went on in? I watched zero pro football really this weekend. I had a half marathon. I ran, didn't have to, but I ran Saturday and Sunday. I ran Saturday in Booneville, Arkansas.
Booneville.
Yeah. Have you ever been there?
Not we played Booneville. No, I have not.
We did. They beat them. I was telling locals that, or a couple of locals I talked to, if that were from. I said, yeah, they. Well, I had no idea
Dominated.
anything about them, and then they came to our place and beat the absolute brakes off
Dang.
of 10th grade year, and then went on to win state. Um, as I was driving, as we were leaving town Saturday, we had to drive by their baseball field, and it said 2001 state champions. So, of course, that would have been the spring of 2001. Uh,
Yeah.
and the fall 2000 was when they won football state championship. So they just had a whole squad of just ballers
Yeah.
that year. Um, but interesting, nice little town. I dug it. It was pretty cool. It's like 40 minutes from Fort Smith, I believe. Um, I was thinking, I was like, I don't think I've ever been to Booneville before. And when I pulled into town, I was like, yep, definitely never been here before. But I liked it. It's a nice little town. Killer
Yeah,
Barb,
I've heard good things. So
yeah. Reid's barbecue downtown, banging. I had the brisket sandwich for dinner.
sounds good.
It's called the Big Chat. Oh man, it was excellent with warm loaded potato salad. Warm potato salad. She said, "Do you want it hot or cold?" I was like, "Wait, what? That's a thing." I said, "Which do you prefer?" She said, "I like it warm because it's like a potato casserole," and she was right. Oh, it was so good.
Maybe I would like it warm. I do not like cold potato salad. So
You don't like cold potato salad?
uh,
You're kind
that's
of
good.
I just like potato salad,
Yeah.
but I liked it so much I went back the next day for lunch. Also because there's only so much that you can eat in Booneville. Also that Sunday or that day after the race, they had like this festival, like Fall Fest, I think they called it. So they had all these vendors and stuff. And I had the best like cup of coffee, like actually just pure coffee I've had in my life. It was a local. It was their it was their coffee company that they created. They were no, I don't know from, but she said she graduated from Booneville high school and moved to Tennessee and lived there for a while, but recently moved back with her husband. Gundog Grind, like cool name for a coffee company too. Gundog Grind, best cup of coffee I've ever had in my life. So shout out them on that.
Is it dark roast, medium roast? What are we talking about?
It was called like cinnamon pecan, but
Oh,
it wasn't like a frou-frou drink. It was just coffee. It was just straight
yeah.
coffee. It was just really flavorful and really good. Like I say that, and you think, like, oh, it's a girly kind of coffee. No, it was just a really good cup of roasted coffee. I dug it. Anyway, so I spent so I did that, and then Sunday I ran in North Little Rock and came back and had a lot of stuff to do. I didn't get to watch a lot of pro football. So what happened other than Puka Nakua got hurt, which killed my fantasy team. Everybody else did well.
I really needed you to beat Ryan, man. I would have gained uh, I would have gained a full game in the standings if you would have beat him on both him and Lou.
Well, George
Because
Pickens had a game, and then Puka
yeah,
Nakua got hurt. So instead of
yeah.
20 something, he got 2 points.
You do know in that league it's the top two from each division, right? Not just the top four overall.
No, I didn't know that. Now I
Yeah,
do. I'm just
yeah.
trying to win every week and let the rest take care of itself. But yeah,
So,
no, I didn't know that. So good to know.
yeah. I figured I'd point it out to you just in case. Man, there were quite a few upsets this past weekend, especially last night. Everybody knew the Falcons were going to beat the Bills, right?
Oh yeah, totally. I did nail it on my parlay pick. Rams over Ravens, I felt really good about. I was one of the earlier picks for the parlay, so and I knew I was like, well, this is a good one.
Oh,
I,
well,
I
yeah, I
messed
was
around.
pick number three, and yeah, I thought I had the easiest one of them all, and it was Bills. Picked the Bills,
I mean, I would have
so
picked that too. I would have picked the Cowboys the week that the Bears stomped them, where you
yeah.
made that pick. Uh, yeah, everybody had Falcons over Bills, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it was a weird game. I mean, you have those in pro football every week. It just happens.
Every week, yeah.
It's one of those.
So, yeah. Commanders surprised everybody. Let one slip to the Bears on a last minute field goal last night. That was pretty cool. Uh,
These aren't the same Bears, though, man. I mean, they
no,
just
it's not.
Caleb
I'd say
Williams
Caleb.
is the real deal.
Yeah, I'd say he's a little
Only
bit ahead of schedule for sure. So
he has
tight.
jumped quite a his. You look at his. I mean, the team was bad last year, and Caleb Williams looked bad as a result at times. But even if you look at his numbers last year, his numbers were good. I mean, for especially for a rookie. I mean, not good for as far as like all pro standard, but for a rookie quarterback, his numbers were pretty good, and they're only getting better, and he's only going to get better. Therefore, the Bears will too.
No. Yeah,
You
we
were
should
saying
know
something.
something. I was gonna say we should have known something was gonna be up with this weekend's games just because how Thursday got us started off with the Giants just crushing the Eagles.
That was
34 to
just a.
17. That
I
was
mean, were you really that surprised though? Now, granted, what we saw.
that big. I wouldn't have been surprised if the Giants would have won, but not by what 14, 7, not by 17 points.
Well, here's the thing. Like going back to the parlay, I felt safe. I thought about taking a safer pick. Last week of these 4 weeks is the only parlay pick I've gotten wrong. And I picked the Giants. I picked the Giants to win over somebody. I can't remember who it was. And the Giants completely crapped the bed
Yeah.
and just whiffed. And so it was fair to think, okay, Giants maybe aren't what we thought they were with this new or with Jackson Dart inserted in as a starter. Nope. Yeah, they showed out against the Eagles, but I wasn't surprised in this sense. The Eagles, of course, couldn't put away. Was it the Commanders? Who was it they played the week prior?
Bills or no? Yeah, it
No,
was a command.
yeah, they no. It was the Broncos. Yeah, it was Denver. Eagles couldn't put away Denver, and then the Broncos just scratched their way back into it, clawed their way back into it, and won late. I just kept waiting for the Eagles to put them away. They didn't. It was the Eagles' first loss of the season, and that just carried over and got worse into week 2. Now, granted, I know they have some injuries, the Eagles, but still, just completely whiffed against the Giants. And Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart had their coming out party on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Glad I had Cataboo on the bench in the other league. I lost by 25 points. He would have been the difference maker.
Have you inserted him as the starter this week?
Not yet.
You think you will? This is your other league, so you can tell me.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll definitely put him in there. I'm out of running backs in our league, man. Injuries and everything else, dude. I'm about to give up on our league. So
Well, I had Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt starting last night after his 27-point game last week, which he was on the bench for me then. Yeah, I had a whole 5 points yesterday. Just did nothing. I needed like 20 something. I think I needed 20 points for him or from him
yeah,
for me to win. No, he got 5 and he was lucky to get that just with his fumble.
well, it
Uh
wasn't good.
no. What?
Said yeah, it wasn't good.
No. I still have to check that and just see what players I need to switch out, etc. I've got 3 tight ends on my roster right now because Theo Johnson played Thursday night and he was Giants tight end and he was on my bench. And then saw Saturday night Brock Bowers wasn't playing. I was in my hotel in Booneville and saw that he wasn't playing. And I was like, oh, great. Now I got to find another tight end. But the guy I plugged in, Seattle's tight end, did all right, 10 points. I mean, I wasn't mad about it.
If you're in the market for a tight end, let me know.
Well, I've got 3. So, yeah, I'm good. So one of them's going to have to go. Um, yeah, other NFL games that happened that I didn't catch and are worth mentioning on here.
Uh, no, not really. I was glad to see the Chiefs bounce back and play a complete game against the Lions for Sunday
Yeah,
night.
Chiefs look like the Chiefs, and they're only going to get better with Rasheed Rice coming back. I mean, they're about to be fully loaded again. I hope they can stay healthy, man, because when the Chiefs are healthy and hitting on all cylinders, that's a really fun team to watch. But they looked like Super Bowl. They looked like Super Bowl contenders.
Uh,
Monday night or Sunday night, or was it Monday night?
it was Sunday night.
Sunday night, yeah.
Yeah. I was slightly disappointed in the Jaguars, especially after beating the Chiefs last week. I thought they were going to capitalize again this week and beat the Seahawks, but it just didn't happen.
Seahawks are kind of a weird team, though. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll have a real like, oh, they'll win games that you don't think they're going to, and then they'll lose games that they should win. They're kind of weird like that. It was like that with Smith, and it was like that with Geno Smith at quarterback last year, and when Pete Carroll was there as coach at times.
Yeah.
When post Russell Wilson, um, but yet that's carried over with different personnel in place. It's kind of weird. Stout defense though. So if you have a stout defense, you got a chance. And Darnold's good enough to win games. He's one of those quarterbacks that's figured it out. Um, Not quite like Baker Mayfield has, but he's up there. I mean, it's the reason they gave him $100 million. Speaking of Baker Mayfield, Bucks are 5-1 right now.
Yeah.
That's a fun team to get
He's,
behind.
yeah, he's MVP right now.
He's got to be.
He's doing it without his top 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Now this Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah. And Buka.
Yeah, dude's a baller.
Yeah.
Is it him that has the cool celebrations?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. He's the guy that flips, or one of them flips all over the place after they score touchdowns, and it's pretty cool to watch.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, Baker's definitely the MVP right now. I mean, Bucks are 5-1. That's a fun team. I've become a Baker Mayfield fan. I just I like watching the way he plays and just he's Baker Mayfield. He's the same Baker Mayfield at Oklahoma, but more mature. But he's still that guy.
Yeah.
So, and that's what helps him. I don't know. That's him. That's him having fun on the football field, and him having fun leads to success, usually. So it's cool to see from my perspective. Okay, we can kind of end on playoff baseball. Have you watched much of that in the last
I've
week?
watched a little bit here and there. I've got the LA game on right now. So
Well, I watched every game. Philly played the Dodgers,
I flipped
and
over like 3 seconds before the Philly game ended. And I was like, I just had to tune in for that. That was terrible.
yeah,
Never seen that before in my life.
well, when the Dodgers went up 2-0, I knew it was over. I was like, you're not going to beat the Dodgers three times in a row, even if you're Philly. If anybody can do it, I feel like the Phillies could just with that squad. And they got game three, uh, went ahead in game four, but I just couldn't keep the Dodgers away, man. Dodgers are so good from top to bottom, pitching, hitting. It's just a loaded team. Really, just throughout the lineup, anybody can hit. Pitching, like that's the thing. The one game the Phillies won, they put Kershaw in there, almost just as like a nostalgia thing,
Yeah.
just because they knew they could afford and or they did it to see if he could compete, and then the Phillies just lit him up. They just lit him up for 3 innings, whatever it was. Felt like nine, but they're like, yeah, we'll give him this one. Basically, that's why they just left him in there, and then took care of business in game four, and that was that. But yeah, I got the Dodgers winning it all, no matter who comes out of the AL. I'd love to see the Mariners do it. They're off to a good start. But anyway, we're gonna have to get out of here and talk about it more next week. We're out of time, so we'll see y'all next week. I'm Graham Powell.
Brother Brown.
This is y'all.
Peace.